it's first off, fuck your Jesus and the click you claim. I'm sorry. Listen.
That was literally us saying we're holier than thou.
We literally have gone from love thy neighbor to motherfuck Jesus as a staff record label in a motherfucking crew. How did we get?
No, we went from we went from loving Jesus to John Cena. Fuck them kids.
Fuck them kids.
That's what we went to. We said love thy neighbor to fuck them kids.
Fuck them goddamn kids. Like, have we? What is wrong? What is going on with us? What in the fuck is? I really want to know. I really honestly want to know. Is this what y'all signed up for? Is this?
God no.
For those
nah,
of you
man.
who voted for those of you
No, I did not.
Who voted for this is I feel like Terrence Crawford. I just want to keep looking at him and go, did you get everything you was looking for? Where are we right now? Empathy's a problem?
Well, I mean, for his bank account, yeah.
Empathy. Listen, think about where we are right as a nation. The richest man on earth says we should be less empathetic. While the president of the United States shields for his shitty ass.
I mean, nobody's ever credited them with not being irony.
I mean, that's true. I mean, that's true. That's true.
Irony.
These motherfuckers are allergic to everything.
Everything?
Everything. Who in the fuck roots against being nice to people? Who the fuck roots against being nice to people? How? How the fuck did we get here?
Empathy. The funny thing though is
the same person that's throwing up Nazi salute.
The funny thing is empathy is not necessarily about being nice. It's just about understanding that someone else is going through something, and you can empathize or sympathize with that trauma, with that situation. You can say, I know what it feels like. Even if I don't experience it, I can say, I get it.
Oh, good Lord, Gretchen, that might be one of those things that Christ would do.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
Okay, perfect example. Angry is having issues due to Spectrum fucking up, right? I'll just make it something minor. Angry's having issues due to Spectrum being Spectrum, okay?
All right, everybody take a deep breath because we about to go on TikTok.
Cue the gas.
Oh, Lord.
We're going to see how this goes. We're about to see how this goes.
Lock your door.
Hey, USA.
All right.
Okay, kids. All right, everybody
put the windows up.
Pucker your booty cheeks. We're getting ready to go to...
I ain't censoring myself for TikTok. Fuck TikTok.
Man, fuck them.
Oh, I don't ever do that shit.
Listen, a lot of y'all don't understand this, but the entire reason that this radio station exists is because we all basically collectively said, man, fuck TikTok. You can't kick us off the radio station if we fucking own it.
I'll get us banned. See this little you see this little pill here? This is my man killer.
I don't care.
There you go. I just took my testosterone blocker live on air.
Listen,
live
I don't
on
give
air.
a fuck what we have to do in order for us to go through this show outside of Zoom. My soundboard is coming. Okay, I don't care. I'm playing sounds through this because that's alleviated with something right there.
We need to get everybody on board and knowledgeable on how to use Streamlabs
already,
and then we can all connect through that, and then you can do your shit all day long.
Yes.
Well, see,
we need to get off Zoom. Period.
Well, I'm putting together. I'm putting together a whole kind of tutorial thing for Streamlabs for us. Yeah.
You fucking nerd.
Look at him. Fucking the Nick Fury of GCPR, ladies and gentlemen, the angriest IT nerd on the East Coast.
You fucking nerd. Next thing you know, you're going to co-host a Star Trek podcast or something.
Oh my God.
Right? I mean, shit.
Nasty.
Yeah.
I don't know where we are right now. When the richest man on earth, who put out basically what amounts to a midlife crisis car. The Cybertruck is a midlife crisis car. It is a new midlife crisis car.
Oh no! So listen, man, the Cybertruck is the GoBots of automobiles. Okay.
Hey, man, we're gonna stop shitting on the goddamn GoBots. Okay, we have talked about this. Y'all ain't
Listen, you the only one that likes these motherfuckers, all right?
It will
Shit
not
on
be
the
anybody.
So look, you the only one that likes the GoBots, so you the only one that likes the Cybertruck.
I'm a fan of the fucking GoBots.
Oh my
I'm
god.
gonna do anyway, but the Cybertruck is the new midlife crisis car. Now it's you. It used to be you get a faster car and a younger woman. Now you get a Cybertruck and you beat your meat alone. Ain't nobody trying to. There's not a woman alive
I guess
that
I'm
is
Gen
dropping
X.
draws because you have a Cybertruck.
I guess I'm Gen X to the core because, if I'm gonna go buy, I want a Ferrari. Fuck a swastika car.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, listen.
No,
Put
I
me
want
in an F50. I don't
Son
give
up.
two shits about a fucking
Gretchen
swastika.
is a year younger than me. She remembers.
Put me in an Aston
time a white
Martin.
man went
Whoa,
through a
whoa,
midlife
whoa! I'm
crisis.
like 3 years younger than you.
Oh, I'm
Don't-
sorry.
don't-
3 years. My bad.
You can put me in an Aston Martin.
Anywho, like 3 years.
With
Gretchen
rocket
and I are in the
launchers
same age range.
behind the grill
Pretty much.
Absolutely.
But
and
I mean-
Ejectocito cuzes.
yes.
Of course. I mean, I thought that came standard.
When we were growing up, you knew a white man was going through a midlife crisis when he got a Corvette and started fucking his secretary who was 23.
Oh no. Well,
that was the beginning of every rom-com in the 80s and 90s. She comes home and catches him fucking his
Accurate.
23-year-old fucking secretary, and there's a new fucking Corvette out front, and then the woman goes and gets the
so
white
no,
woman
man.
goes and
Look
gets
here,
her
man.
new
It's
back.
always three different type of vehicles. It's either a Corvette, a Porsche, or a Lamborghini.
Yes, exactly.
I want a new Corvette, and I want it in hot pink. And my Cash App is @transgretchen. So any sugar daddies that want to buy me that hot pink Corvette? This is Barbie Yaga.
Sick.
She needs her Barbie mobile. Come
Listen,
on.
I saw one of those.
Somebody better get her that goddamn Corvette.
One of those. Yeah, I saw one of those yesterday, and I was like, man, I wish I could have that car. And then my wife was like, our knees would not allow us to look at that car. My knees were like, fuck you. We didn't sign up for any more of this, okay? You put rucksacks on our back. Now you want us to have a fucking a car that's
So listen, man.
guaranteed arthritis off the
That's
first
the
thing.
out of here.
Like in the 80s, early 90s, midlife crisis was I'm going to go buy a fast car and get a fast woman. Now it's like I'm going to go buy a swastika car and my wife caught me with a tranny in the bedroom. Like,
you know what I'm saying?
That's about right.
Hey,
I mean, a few years ago, I used to work at Walmart, and I managed the automotive area, and quite a few times, I would get to kind of drive some cars in and out of the bays and whatnot, and so the worst one to drive, hands down, the absolute worst ones to drive, were the Mustangs and the oh god, Chevy
Drive.
Camaro. Yeah, those are the two worst ones to drive.
of all of those cars, the only one I've actually ever driven was a Porsche. And I'm sorry, anything by Volkswagen is fucking amazing. Porsches are awesome cars.
Listen, my wife owns
awesome cars.
My wife owns a Tiguan, and she swears by that fucking car. I don't know why. I own a
Right.
truck. Okay.
But honestly, I will tell you this.
I felt like Mario Andretti driving a friend of mine's Jetta.
Hey,
So,
first off,
Yeah,
hey
it's all
Andrew,
right.
you should have been here earlier. Andrew, you should have been here earlier. We did make some 316 jokes. Sigrid said my high school boyfriend was 6'8" and drove a VW Bug. Who hurt him?
How?
Who hurt him?
how was
6 foot
or-
so? Listen,
driving in the back seat.
how was he able to get in?
Or that's a man with no self-confidence issues.
How is he able to get in and out though?
Well, yeah,
That man's
but
first name is Hung. His last name is Low. Fuck you. At 6'8" and a bug? 6'8" and a bug. Listen.
Well, here's the thing, dude. You're driving like this.
You. The fuck?
yeah.
I mean, you're literally driving like this the entire time.
Motherfucker will rope you.
Okay.
Do not listen.
Yeah,
if he ever says,
cigarette in the Facebook chat is right. Volkswagens and other products by them, they've got a lot more interior space than you think so. Like I had
Yeah,
another friend
but
who had a
they're also-
rabbit. Like
they're also
you got in
considered
this
the
thing.
Nazi mobiles. Remember them? Remember them?
Yeah, but I'm just
Them,
saying, I had a
them?
friend that had a rabbit, and like it looks tiny from the outside. You get inside, and you're like, my God, this thing's huge.
Listen.
We tried to wake and bake in that. We tried to like clam bake in that thing once, and like, Jesus, it took us an hour to fill it up with smoke.
Y'all are. out of
You're amateurs. It'd taken me 15 minutes.
I was gonna say I baked out a BMW real easily.
Girl, you did not. You did not go there. You did
Hey.
not go there.
Hey, Randall, I'm not only going to survive, I'm going to thrive. There is a Sith Lord named Darth. Fuck, I forgot his damn name. But he is basically held together by hate. His hatred is what keeps him alive. That is, I vow to hold on to this level of motherfuck Donald Trump as a staff record label and a hairstyle until that
Marco
son
in
of
the
a
chat.
bitch dies.
I have a Porsche, but it was Grand Theft Auto.
Are you talking about Darth Sion?
Yes, that's the one. His body parts look like he looks like absolute shit.
Yeah, he
Like
was
if-
mortally wounded, and then it was his pain and anger that pulled him back together.
Exactly.
He was
I-
just like,
I
nah,
vow
I'm too
this.
pissed off to die.
I listen. When that
Obviously.
that orange rabbit
I
hurt me
envy
for her rolled
to
his
become
fat ass down that goddamn stairs, I said, I will stay alive until he dies. Fuck him. I will live to piss on that man's grave. I'm like Jim Cornette with the shit. I will live to piss on that man's grave. I hope his eternal flame it always goes out. Because you know he's going to want one. You know he's going to want one. No, Darth Bane was the one that came up with the rule of two. No, I vow to stay alive until that motherfucker dies. I vow
Darth.
it.
It was James. It was Darth Sion. His body was like broken and decaying, and he channeled his personal hatred to kind of pull his body back together.
And literally, I will hold on to that until he dies. And then
If
after
you
he
look up
dies, I will-
pictures of him, he looks like a Borg with a lightsaber.
Yes. Yes. He's holding his body together by hate.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I have a vow now. I'm gonna pee on that man's grave. I promise you this. I want them to oh, wait a minute. Something my wife and I were reading today. Do you know that jackass? Because his Justice Department threw away all the charges against Mayor Eric Adams of New York City. He wants them to give him the fucking ice rink in New York City to name it after him. The contract. I'm sorry. The contract. I'm going to tell you something. If New Yorkers find out he bought the motherfucking ice rink, they will melt it. They will melt it. They will show up with blowtorches and flames and Molotov cocktails, and they will melt that entire fucking ice
There
rink.
will be no peace for
There-
that.
None. None. Not a bit. He will never know a moment's peace. He will never. That's why I said I'm living just to defy him. Like every morning I get up and I go, kind of like James Earl Jones in The Great White Hope. Here I am. But back to this empathy talk. Why is that a bad thing now? When did we jump the shark on this? Does anybody remember? Anybody remember?
I don't know.
I
It's
used to
probably
think empathy was a sexy thing.
2015.
I used to
嗯
Um,
think empathy was a sexy thing.
I guess I guess it ended when Elon cried in Donald Trump's lap. I mean,
Y'all heard
I think that's when empathy died. Is when
Shit.
is when the Nazi cried in the shit man's lap. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you.
I mean,
Crying ass bitch. Like he's insulted that people are burning Teslas and burning Tesla fucking charging stations and going up to Tesla buildings and peeing on them and shit. Like he's upset. Man, get your bitch
Said,
ass out of here then. You know how you protect Tesla? By not being in the White House. Stop trying to cut veterans benefits. You wouldn't have no
hey,
problems.
I've got.
And he gonna cry in the Tesla.
I've got this wild idea. Don't be a Nazi.
And he gonna cry in the
Yeah.
cybercar.
Gambit.
He gonna cry in the cybercar.
Simple solution.
Gambit.
Sir.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Sir.
Say that idea again, because I don't think they heard you the first time, sir.
Sir.
Don't be a Nazi.
Holy shit. That is
But Nazis are like chic right now, right? It's like it's totally in. Like that's the trend.
That's the end thing now.
That shit. That's
I
right. I
will
just did that on
never-
TikTok. Fuck you, TikTok.
I will never understand this.
Oh,
This
TikTok
will
loves
never
it.
make any motherfucking sense to me. That we now live in a time where people are telling us to have empathy for somebody is a bad thing. Next thing you know, consent will be against Jesus. You should just take what you want. Okay. All right. Make that go viral. See, Miss Villain
Hey,
is something else.
I'm actually surprised, like one of those alpha bros or one of those dating people that have those ultra misogynistic bullshit views hasn't said something like that. Like consent is against the will of Jesus.
I just want this to be known. I don't think I say this enough. If you are taking relationship advice from single motherfuckers, you need to sit your stupid ass down.
That
You
new-
need to shut the fuck up.
that new
If
fourth
Andrew
base
Tate is your fucking dating guide and that motherfucker ain't seen coochie, he ain't seen pussy since there was a litter of kittens born in his house. You need a hug. I'm gonna
Oh, he
listen to
ain't-
Andrew Tate. You gonna
Okay.
be alone.
Don't get me wrong. He gets his. He's just got to kidnap it and hold it against his will first.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying.
I mean,
The fresh and fit dudes single. Andrew Tate single. Kevin Samuels died single. The fuck? You gonna listen to them for advice on dating? I've been in a stable marriage for going on 18 years. We've been in the same relationship for over 20. But you don't want my advice because I cater to this woman that's in the kitchen? Are you kidding me right now?
Been in 3 major relationships and they all ended badly. So you know what? You don't want my advice either.
Andrew Tate said Ariana Grande was too thin. Don't lie to us, motherfucker.
I still want
Do
to.
you know where she came from?
Of course he doesn't.
She came from Victorious,
I
where
still want
she
to
was
reinforce.
approximately a 0.
I still
She's
want to
not too
reinforce the.
thin for you. She's too fucking old.
Oops.
Well, that's true. That's
That's
true.
true.
Oh.
I still want to reinforce my challenge I've dropped on both Blue Sky and Facebook. I challenge Elon Musk to physical combat for the soul of America. He's got me by a few inches and a few pounds, but I can take him.
Hey, Gretchen, if he ever agrees to that, I am your Mickey. You are my Rock. I'm
gonna put it to like this.
He was an underdog.
I'm going to put it to like this.
Not.
Then I'll be Duke. You're Apollo. You better beat the shit.
There you go. There you
Only thing I can say is
He
this.
should be in the ring with you. He should.
Only thing I'm going to say is this. The second that Elon is knocked the fuck out, I'm running in there like Smokey and Friday.
Listen,
You gotta be my Chris Tucker.
You got knocked the fuck out.
the moment he falls, after Gretchen gives you one good one in the jaw, I'm gonna stand over the top of him, pull my pants down, and cross chop with my nuts hanging in his face.
I'm gonna.
Listen.
I would end it.
Look here, man.
Round. I will end it in one round, and I'm not gonna knock him out. I'm gonna make him tap out.
So listen, soon as she hits him with the 2-piece and a biscuit, I'm right there. You got knocked the fuck out.
Andrew,
I got a flying Juji Katami for that face.
With Thomas giving the DX.
you think I can't even do it now? My shoulders hurt so fucking bad. But Andrew Rizzola.
So look, I'll do it for you.
So we gotta give Thomas.
I'll do it for you.
Yeah, give me a month. Yeah, because my shoulders are shit. So
okay.
don't.
Be okay.
I cannot even cross chop. I'll have to borrow somebody else's arms to cross chop me. But anyway,
I'm only gonna
With
do it
your
with the
balls hanging out,
stipulation.
it's gonna be a little awkward. But
hey, somebody
know,
go-
I'm only gonna do it with the stipulation that once I win, and I will win, is that you and your vice president never say the word trans again. Just shut the fuck up about it and go on.
listen. If we
Because
putting
every
out
time
these-
you do, they're gonna be like, "Oh, you mean the one that kicked your ass?"
listen, if these are the dares that we're making, I challenge President Trump to listen. I will give him a year. I will get myself in good shape. I'll give him a year.
Look here, man.
Fight.
Look here, man. He's not gonna do that.
Winner
Them
walks
bone
out
spurs
the
coming.
president of the goddamn United States. Now,
Them
I'm
bone
telling
spurs is gonna come back, man. Them bone spurs, man.
you, listen,
Fuck
I
is you
will-
talking about, man? Those bone spurs. Fuck is you talking about? He got those bone spurs, man. You know he's not gonna do that shit.
Hey, my wife said. My wife said.
that just means it's gonna be easier for him to
Listen.
tap out.
My wife said that we'd fight. The person that wins is the president of the United States, and my wife pulls out the idiocracy shit. Yeah, you get a presidential medal. Wear it around your neck. Until somebody challenges it. The fuck. I will listen.
He said, "Look here, man."
Afro
He
said,
Samurai.
"No,
We're gonna
man.
do it Afro Samurai style. We're gonna have headbands with numbers
Yep.
on them.
Listen.
Said no. You could.
I'd
You
have
could.
the
No.
number-
No. We all know.
Down and
number
turn it
one.
into a belt.
We all know. You're gonna be. It's gonna be the WWE U.S. title. I'm the president. You see the belt? It's the U.S. title because I'm from the U.S. This is my title.
He'll be the first president.
Don't
to show
pull
up
your
on
lucky
WWE
pants. No, I'm
television.
not gonna pull my lucky pants, brother. No. Hey, Sonny said that your mic is loud, angry. But like, I would challenge President Trump to a fist fight. He could put on them shorts, put on one of them tank tops. I mean, I'm gonna knock it off of him. I'm telling you right now. I'm
Who was
going
it that challenged Zuckerberg to a fight? Who was it that did that?
Elon Musk.
Elon.
Oh, was it
Yeah.
Elon?
That was
Yeah.
Elon.
challenged
Yeah.
him to a fist fight, which
I
would
mean,
have been the
we
But-
know he never follows through. Like, what's it cost to end world hunger? $6 billion, like pocket change. Never mind.
listen.
He's like
You
6
could do
billion.
it today if you wanted.
Ooh,
Hey, I would be the referee for that fight, but you'd have to mic me up. The fight between Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg, I'm gonna be more entertaining than these two motherfuckers. Please mic me up, please. I am begging. Listen, I am begging whatever gods will listen to me. If they're
funny
going to
thing-
fight, make me the
funny thing
referee,
is
but
you
make
could be
sure I
calling
have
the
a mic.
shots too. You could be calling them like wrestling shots, and he'll still walk right into them too. Like, watch the clothesline.
Listen, explain something to me.
I
Mic
told
me
you
up.
to watch the clothesline. No.
Mic me up. Mic me the fuck up. I'm gonna be talking so
Yeah,
much shit to these
that'll
two
never
dumb
happen.
motherfuckers.
That
I'm
never
like, hey,
happened,
Zuck,
bro.
I'll be over in the corner.
That never happened.
First corner. Hey man, he
don't
talked
want
about
it.
your mama, man. He said your mama ain't shit. I go over to Elon Musk. Hey, he said your daddy has apartheid skeet in his balls. First, you gonna let him talk to you like that? And I would just talk shit. Like, I'd be leaning on the ropes. Like, are you two motherfuckers gonna punch each other?
How much money did you make out of that diamond mine? 9 million. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Listen, I would let him do wrestling moves.
Now I'm getting excited. Like I want to buy like a number one headband. I
Now
want to
you're
buy like
Right.
a number one
excited?
headband. I want to buy a number one headband from Etsy and have a cigarette hang when I do it.
Right? Look, I wanna sit there with a WWE title
Listen,
and just sit there over my shoulder and just look and
you
just
don't
say,
think I won't walk in with the IWGP heavyweight championship around my waist? I'm like, one of you two dumb motherfuckers gonna walk out here with this, but it's probably gonna be me. I have
So I'll-
tougher bowel movements than both of you. Sit your dumb ass.
I'll walk right in there with a fucking Roman Reigns. When fucking Roman Reigns says, "Look, only one to win will acknowledge." Ain't it gonna be either one of you?
Acknowledge me.
I'd get more excitement from me just walking in.
Like I had the whole shit set up, with the pyro and the orchestra and the whole.
Nobody gives a fuck about Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg walking to the ring, but the referee, boy.
The ref.
I would get Roman Reigns to walk out with me. We'd both stand in the ring just pointing at the sky at each other and shit. Fuck these two.
Said, "Screw them." Said,
Yeah,
"This is where the show is."
I don't know
Hey,
what's
you
happening.
get Bill Burr and Bill Maher to be the fucking commentators.
Ah.
I be trying out my own stand up routine and shit while these two motherfuckers are trying to fight.
I want to fight Bill
Fucking
Maher. I
joke.
want to fight Bill Maher too, and I'm going to do it high as fuck.
Oh, see, listen. Bill Maher, I need to catch his ass out in the parking lot.
Bill Maher, I want to hit him with a
Bill.
tire iron.
Hey, Bill, don't come outside.
I used to like wait for that dude's show on Friday nights,
Hold on.
and now
wait a
he's a goddamn curmudgeon. Like
minute. Listen.
Well,
Jay
I
Thomas
mean-
said Elon can French lick himself. Sorry, that was a dirty play on word. Jay Thomas, no, it's not. He said, "Man, I made that joke with a straight face." No, it is not. But we now live in a country that's filled with swaggering male testosterone, and not all swaggering male testosterone. It's only white male testosterone. That's it. That's it. They erasing fucking names and shit. In Arlington National Cemetery. So we're all supposed to celebrate the white man? Who the-
Well, of course, man. I
what the
mean,
fuck did
we
So,
we
don't
supposed
they
to.
celebrate
Don't
them all
you
the
know
goddamn
we're-
time?
Don't you know we're the only ones that do anything good around here?
Let me explain something to you. These motherfuckers got mad when they found out Superman was black.
Oh my god!
American Superman is white.
Like,
It's like when
heard of
say, "Look here,
different
man."
Earths? I've never read a comic book. I don't know. They're different Earth Supermen.
Say, "Look here, man."
Yeah,
When
this is a
Val
Superman where he's fucking basically Obama. The fuck
said
are
when
you
they
talking about?
introduced Val Zod and Calvin Ellis, Jesus Christ, bro, you might, man.
No. Oh my
He
god.
said you might as well just like set off a Molotov cocktail in the middle of a goddamn just everywhere because
Just
Jesus
like when
Christ.
it- Just like whenever The Force Awakens came out, and
They had a black
Uh,
stormtrooper.
Oh
John
my
Boyega.
God, yeah, Finn.
A black
A
you
black
stormtrooper.
stormtrooper.
sent these motherfuckers almost to war.
Good lord,
They almost
Like, oh my
went to
God.
war over
Like-
a black stormtrooper.
y'all
And
realize
a woman
this is
with
a
the Force.
galaxy a long time ago and far, far away. And you think the racism here
You know what I'm saying?
applies?
All the way over there? No.
Like,
yeah,
when
yeah,
they
the
found
M-
out that Ray was the force wielder and not, square jaw white boy.
the
was-
Empire
huh?
wasn't so much racist. They were xenophobic.
Of course, absolutely.
yeah.
They
very
they
xenophobic.
hired
Absolutely, yeah.
aliens for bounty hunters, but there were no aliens in the Empire itself. They were all human.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
But no, racist white people here assumed that racist white racism.
do y'all remember when Megyn
Why?
Kelly got on television and said Santa Claus is white and so is Jesus? Did That bitch should have a cable
Wait,
access
what?
channel show.
I missed that.
that's
I
on
missed
3 a.m.
that
in the
whip.
morning
What?
after saying that shit. She stood in front, and then she tried to justify blackface. Okay, this is what brought down Megyn Kelly. Number one, on Fox News, she said,
A black Santa. I just don't understand. Kids, Santa Claus is white, as is Jesus.
the Kenny Loggins Jesus joke came from that. All of y'all that laugh every time I call him Kenny Loggins Jesus, it came from that. And
Nobody's
then
laughing though because we know.
yeah,
Mhm.
like, danger zone Jesus. But anyway, and then when she got
Yeah,
fired
I'm
from
gonna
there,
laugh at that.
listen, danger zone Jesus is hilarious. Listen, I don't know about you
Highway to the
listen.
sinful zone.
I don't-
Danger
listen,
zone.
You motherfuckers,
He's just
y'all have to
rhyming
kiss my
danger
ass.
zone with danger.
listen, danger zone Jesus will always get a laugh out of me.
But I wanted to address something in the Facebook chat. Andrew mentioned this, how people got upset when the Punisher changed his symbol. The thing that drives me crazy about the Punisher is all these cops promoting him. Dude, Punisher hated cops.
He hated
Yes.
Hates cops.
He
hates
killed
cops with a
He
passion.
murks cops for breakfast.
The fuck are y'all doing?
Like he hates cops with a passion.
He
I
is the
love-
original ACAB. He's the
Listen, I love
president of
saying this.
ACAB.
I love saying this in front of cameras. Hey, the guy that created the character of Punisher fucking hates you. He wakes up every morning and fucking says, "Fuck you, Punisher symbol wearing bastards."
And I may be wrong. Didn't they change the skull symbol because so many cops and law enforcement were
Yes!
adopting
Yes.
the original
He
one?
now
Yes.
has
They're
a
like, we
new
need to
symbol because of
change it to separate from that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally.
Because the Punisher hates cops.
I guess
they
we-
took that story in a whole different direction. Like
They
made
had
Just-
to. They
Yeah.
turned that motherfucker
Part-
into a
part-
god.
they
Like,
made
he's
him
like
part of the hand.
yes.
Like they had to.
Yeah.
They had to.
'Cause
Who
they-
the fuck-
how-
I wouldn't want that.
Because
snake
that's the
on
only way they had to get him so far away from that symbol and
Yeah.
just so far away from those.
I
Just
know, but
everything.
his fucking name is Frank ACAB Castle.
I listen.
Yeah.
This is what.
So look,
I
he was
don't-
ACAB before
Maybe if
ACAB was
they crack
ACAB.
Open one of the books that they keep quoting.
They
then
never
but-
will. They
but I
just put
never
on
attributed
shit.
that to anything that they do.
But see, now that empathy is a bad
From
thing,
the
I
Bible
can
all the
say,
way down to comics.
Yeah, I can say openly that I don't have to be empathetic to the fact that you never did shit with your fucking life. You walking around here in camo gear, but you never served in the military because you was puss-eyed. You was straight biatch. You had no balls to do so. You walk around here with Punisher symbols because you're not going to bust a grape in a fruit fight. You're not. Sorry. You are not going to you're not going to bust a nut in some good. You are puss-eyed. Okay? You cling on to your weapons because quite frankly, you ain't got no hands. If you sit without a weapon, you don't say shit to anybody. You walk in the rooms and just be quiet and shit. I really wish I wish I could get mad, but I'm not going to because I don't have my
And
weapon.
look,
Because
I'm
I ain't
gonna
got none of these.
I'm going to reinforce this because it was brought up in the YouTube chat. I'm still waiting for Black Superman, Indigenous Wolverine, and this. Give me my Bat Trans.
Listen, we were just talking
No,
about this earlier in the show.
Bat Trans.
Before the show came on, we were just talking about the fact that Gretchen could walk. Listen, Gretchen could walk the earth as the first tranny vigilante, transsexual vigilante. I didn't mean to call her tranny, but transsexual vigilante.
You're fine. That doesn't bother
Like
me.
seriously, she could.
It-
She
it-
absolutely the fuck could.
You're getting a pass because it's but
I'm just saying.
I'm a high output tranny. I'm a
Hey,
full 6 feet.
So
Could you
so
imagine
so what you're
it's
saying is
fun
that
work.
being the
Wordplay.
protector.
you're
Could you imagine her being the protector of Boston?
you're
The first
transalati?
transsexual, the first transgender superhero vigilante. Like she goes out, like she sees some shit before she puts the mask on, and then she goes in and like she's got like a skull mask, but it's painted in rainbow colors. She's wearing like black leather with chains and big ass work boots, and just comes in and beats the shit out of your ass. You're gonna leave these fucking people alone.
That's right.
Because if you don't, I'm gonna put my foot so far up your ass, you'll be thinking I gave you the dick. Like, who are you? Who are you, trans knight?
Pain ain't got shit on
I
me.
am the knight. I am justice. I am
Trans knight.
trans knight.
Like she just stands on the top of roofs, listen. Like she's got like listening devices in her ears and shit. She walks around with a hood on, leather.
Well, no, you know how you said it like a few weeks ago? It was like Godzilla, like, you know, the music that leads like bomb, bomb,
Yeah.
bomb, bomb.
Exactly.
No, mine's gonna be.
Come down and beat the shit out of people. How you gonna beat? How the fuck you gonna beat the shit out of people to a techno house meet? What the fuck? Come on, Gretchen.
Oh, that was the opening.
No, that was
to,
the Batman
Where's the
thing.
music coming?
That was the old Batman.
1966.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was the old Batman transitional song. I mean, well,
But you got it. But see, you got to update.
It was a transition into the theme song. Yes.
Yeah, but you gotta update it though. You have to update it. You gotta put techno house on it.
I'm not using auto tune.
You ain't gonna use auto tune.
no auto tune.
No auto tune.
No auto tune.
It won't even have any. The only lyrics that'll be in it,
First
it'll be
rule
just
of
like,
the night. Man.
listen. The only lyric that'll be in it'll be,
Well,
trans
technically
night.
it was third rule of the night, but hey,
listen.
The first rule of trans night is we don't use auto tune. The second rule of trans night is we don't use auto tune.
we don't fucking use
The
auto-
third rule of trans night is see the fucking first
See the first.
See the
two
first two.
two.
no attitude. Shit.
Listen.
Just like
We could
karate,
just-
you know, first rule, we don't use auto tune. Second rule, please refer to rule number 1.
Hey, the only lyric that would be in
Repeat
the,
if needed.
in the song
Kumite.
would be, yeah, the only lyric that would be in the song would be trans night, and it would just come up randomly. You had a techno organic house beat going, dum, 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 and you hear somebody go trans night.
As long as it's not trans night.
No. I would get Gambit to do it. I would get Gambit to do a
If it
long.
It sounds like you're
Trans
stepping on a cat's
See what
tail.
I'm saying?
If it sounds like you're stepping on a cat's tail, look down.
And we'd make Gambit's voice like overwhelming, like echo trans night.
He sound like he's in. Make him sound like he's in a baseball stadium. Just
faces. And she beat the shit out of people.
Just make it the echo sound like he's in a baseball stadium.
Yep.
Trans night.
Listen.
night.
She beat the shit out of. She beat the
Trans
fuck out
night,
of everybody.
night.
Leave one with all of his with all of his teeth because the rest of them walk out of here gumming, and then she go, "Who beat you up?" Trans night. That's right.
Trans night.
And then by day she's a reporter. She reports on the trans night.
I'm
So
friends
no,
with
by-
the trans
no,
night.
No,
I'm
by
friends with
day.
the trans night. She lets me take her pictures for the local paper.
Oh,
So no, by day she's just a mild mannered podcaster.
You know what we could really do would be kind of cool and shit. It'd be really.
So
Like-
the
like
Villains
I'm
View
saying.
comes book comes out when?
Listen, we could. I'm telling you,
April-
we get her some throwing stars that are in the shape of fucking rainbows.
The comment's coming out April 38th, 2032.
Hey, could you imagine getting hit in the throat with a fucking rainbow throwing star? You gotta die with that thing in your neck, and somebody has to go home and tell your parents.
You know, he died with a rainbow.
A sharpened
Your next
rainbow
So,
at his man's throat, and
you know, he died from a rainbow star in his neck. You know that, right?
like,
Well, that's when my butler comes up and says, "Why rainbows, madam?" Because rainbows trigger them. This time they shared my pride.
I'll tell you right now, if some gangster got a fucking thrown rainbow in his neck, his whole family the rest of the gangsters gonna tell him he died in a shootout.
That man died
It was a drive-by shooting.
Hey, we're
You're
not
not
going
gonna
to
tell
tell
a
them that.
motherfucker that
We're
you
going
got
to
Say
tell them
no.
something else. We're going to tell them a
We're
whole
gonna tell
different
him.
story.
We're gonna tell him anything else. We're not
So
gonna
look
tell
at
him
man,
this
he-
motherfucker died with a
So, man, he
sharpened
got
Drano
jumped.
in his throat.
Man, he got
I don't
jumped.
care if
Man,
you
he got
tell
jumped
them
by
that I
like
stabbed him
15
with a
people.
Sharpie.
He got jumped by like 15 people.
I got to give a shout out to Styler Rising because I would go full queerdo on people. Full queerdo.
It would be wild. I mean, you'd give little trans kids a person to look up to. There you go. Like, who do you want to be when you grow up? You want to be a football player or a firefighter? No, I want to be Trans Night.
We got to come up with a better name, though. I'm not sure I like trans.
Listen, Trans Night is perfect. Fuck you, because it would just be trans and then it had a big ass K. Trans Night. Like it would just the fuck. Don't ruin
Called
that.
T Night.
Oh, how did we get kicked off of?
Oh, it's Spectrum. Fucking Spectrum.
Oh, okay.
Spectrum did it again.
We did.
We ain't pay the
Spectrum
bill.
Spectrum be fucking me over with how they connected and shit, man.
What off of YouTube?
Listen, and now you
Oh, TikTok.
wonder
No,
why I'm
TikTok.
over here
Oh,
struggling.
TikTok.
Yeah.
Hold on, now you over here wondering why I'm struggling trying to figure out where the fuck I want to get the barn set up with. Wife's like, if we stay with Spectrum, we stay with Spectrum, whatever. But if we want to go someplace else, go some fucking place else. Like I because I'm trying to put all of this in the shed. Listen, if I could, I don't even need walls in that bitch just yet. If I could just get it to where I had a modem and a router in that bitch, I'd be getting up in the morning. I'd go over there, flip a button, make my own goddamn coffee. Have my shit sitting right on the desk. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages.
But get your ass a fan. Get your ass a
We-
fan.
we
You know,
got
like
fans. We got several in the chat.
I'm just saying, man. That's what I'm trying to be like that when I grow up. Got a whole ass shed outside. I'm gonna be making t-shirts and shit out of that bitch. I'm hustling. Fuck you.
so you better get yourself a fan, otherwise your ass will be sweating out there like a goddamn.
Listen. I got windows.
You gonna be making t-shirts? Make mine.
Oh,
Yeah.
You don't think I won't? Listen, Gambit, I will make a shirt just for you. Like I'm getting those down to transfer. What is the DTGs or the you know what I mean? You know what the fuck I'm talking about? The thing with the thing. The thing.
I lost 2 pounds. I'm down to a B cup.
Hey, at this point, every man in America can take their shirt off, even Donald Trump, because Trout Mouth Big Nuts.
Ah!
Please don't.
He keeps his.
Please
he-
don't.
I need him
Why
to
do
put a
y'all
shirt on.
keep doing this to me? That's
need him to-
something. That's
I just
something
need him
I
to
would
put a
like
shirt
to
on.
talk about. There's 2 things that just came to mind that I would like to talk about. Why does everybody keep sharing shit like that? Like Elon coming on Joe Rogan's face. Man, why do you just share shit like that? I mean, I know
That's Dave.
I know I need to
Oh,
That's Dave.
to diet, and that makes me not want to eat ever.
That's Dave, man.
Here,
did that.
man.
Dave did that shit. That wasn't me.
Goddamn day.
No,
was
that's
Dave.
just an example.
Oh, you talking about the second one is
Oh, there's all kinds. No,
I
the other
Any
one.
person.
The other one is like there's this rash of misinformation going around. There, like you know, AI bots of Trump, and saying shit on in videos, and people just reacting to it, or sharing quotes from Twitter or X.
X
or,
gonna give it to you in the Twitter.
or Truth Social, whichever. And they're not true. They didn't actually get said by Trump. But the problem is that they're just bizarre enough that you can't tell. And that's
you can't
the
tell
more-
all the time. But speaking of
and
AI,
you have
what's
to go check. You go and check, and it's like, okay, it's not being covered by any major news source, so I'm going to guess that this is fake.
if somebody
Mhm.
is sharing anything from Truth Social, beat them. Go to their house, yank them the fuck out, and beat them. Who in the
I think Democrats should just pull a page out. Let's just start lying. Let's just start making shit up and just spreading it around. But what I
okay?
thought was funny was with all this AI going around, Google's got Gemini, we've got Chat GPT, Grok is now Twitter's AI. And
Yeah.
and someone asked
Mhm.
it like who does better with the economy, Democrats or Republicans? And the AI came back. Elon's AI was like, well, traditionally Democrats do better. Um, jobless rates are jobless rates are lower, employment is higher, the GDP is higher, and the last sentence of the thing was data transcends party lines. But again, we go back to what you said before, Thomas, and what I've said. We live in the era of no. You can give them that proof, and they don't believe it. So let's just start spreading lies. Let's just start spreading lies.
Elon Musk is talking about going back to a
Elon likes to
haircut.
put peanut butter there and pretend that Trump is his dog.
I mean, it sounds legit to me.
I had an Elon one. I did have an Elon.
I think it's legit. It's legit. It's totally legit.
Here, Elon
Good boy,
Musk.
bark. Good boy, bark. Beg, good
The
boy.
reason Elon Musk does all of his children in vitro fertilize is because he has stage 4 ultra herpes and he can't get rid of it.
But nothing's better than the fact that he did all that to make boys, and one of them said, "You know what? I don't want to be a boy."
No, you know what? I think he
Fuck you,
he
Dad.
has all his kids.
Fuck you.
He has all his kids through in I think he has all his kids that way simply because that he had sex once and she
It was so
laughed
bad.
and she laughed and
No,
he said,
"See, Elon,
"Fuck this.
Never again.
I shall get all
Elon-
my
Elon
kids
doesn't-
through IVF."
Elon doesn't have kids. He laid a bunch of eggs once, and then these things jumped on his host's face, and then his kids just burst out of their chest.
I'm mad that this
Pause.
man is fighting to keep custody. He's fighting to keep a custody battle in Texas where he'd have to pay only $2,760 a month in child support for 3 kids by this Grimes character. Who keeps giving it? Who in the fuck keeps looking at him saying, "Yes, put one of your babies in me"? Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not the most attractive motherfucker on the planet, but I at least have some qualities. Elon Musk, there's nothing.
You don't have
So listen,
$500 billion.
neither does he.
He got $500 billion and still ain't paying child support.
So look, neither does
How are
he.
you
He don't
the
have five.
deadbeat daddy on the face of the earth.
So look,
That
he
is
don't have
insane.
that either.
Because he said, "They made my kids. That's the test tube."
Listen, shit.
Is the test tube paying
Ladies,
child support?
ladies, for those of you who are listening and watching
I
the
think
show
that-
right now,
I
please
think we need to do a
take piece
DNA
of
test on
advice
the
from
test
the 3
tube.
men, the 3 men and the 1 woman on this show. If Elon Musk comes to you with a proposition to carry one of his mangy fucking yard apes inside of you, do like Nancy Reagan told y'all to do and
You
just
better
say no.
get the money up.
Just
front.
say no.
Listen,
Just
Say
so you
big.
know.
Get
come
the
on.
get the money up front.
Get the money up front. Either get the money up front or be like Nancy Reagan and just say no. Just
I will absolutely agree. You
Hey.
write me a check for $1 billion.
Oh, you paying
As soon as it-
$25 billion.
As
right
soon
now.
as it clears my bank account, #Ninja Vanish.
Smoke bomb.
hold on.
Oof!
Hold on.
Puff of smoke.
Smoke.
Says smoke
Fuck
bomb
yeah.
because
Are
you know
gonna
why?
actually
You know
drop a
why?
smoke bomb or you gonna be like Krieger?
No, because
Hey,
you know
gonna
why?
Actually, drop a smoke bomb, or you can be like Krieger from
Alright.
Archer
Said-
going.
No,
"Smoke
no,
bomb,"
no,
and
no,
then run
man.
out of the room.
No,
That's
man,
right.
because she'll have $1 billion, so she'll have the money to buy the smoke bombs instantly to do that shit. So it won't be Krieger smoke bomb. She will actually.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine? Elon Musk says, "You have good white bone structure. Please let me put a baby in you." There's
You
no
know, that's probably his whole approach too.
fucking way.
That was
No,
probably
see,
his
see,
whole
he
approach.
Woke
He
up
gives
as a
me that
fertile
$1 billion
woman
dollars, I'll-
tomorrow.
He
I'd
gives
be
me
a
that $1 billion.
lesbian.
All I'm going to do is hire Shang Tsung, and the next word he hears is
Finish him.
Your soul is mine.
Hold on. Yep. Musk has also denied supporting his Yes, he has.
Yeah.
He's a deadbeat father.
Hmm?
And he has the nerve to talk
Yes.
about empathy is a problem. Motherfucker, is paying
Oh,
child
the
support a
the
problem for
ketamine
you?
queen is a deadbeat dad.
He's a
Well, I
exactly.
suppose-
He's America's biggest welfare queen, and he is also America's deadbeat father.
Well, I
The
suppose he
fuck?
counts child support as empathy, so
How the
he's against
fuck?
that shit.
Bruv. You got to be
He
Come
should
on.
be the epitome of everything the conservatives hate.
he literally
Right?
leeching off the government, making all these babies, ain't trying to take care of them. So now the
And-
government has to.
And most important, he's an illegal immigrant.
He just came over here.
Oops.
Just came over here to impregnate a white woman, didn't he?
Mission accomplished.
Oh,
And
them are anchor baby.
Since the trans issues come up, I just want to throw this out there. You know what? We can't force the haters to use pronouns. I get it. They hate them. Like we look at what happened with Sarah McBride here and recently, when the guy was like, the congressman from Delaware, Mr. McBride, and she was like, "Thank you, Madam Chair,"
Mhm.
and like totally turned it around on, which I thought was awesome. If you don't want to use pronouns, I get that. But you motherfuckers that are out here dead naming her name is not legally what you're calling her anymore. It has been changed.
But again,
Even Ben Shapiro can acknowledge the fact that a person can change their name legally. And you can't do that. Fuck you, Nancy Mace. You're a vile piece of shit. I can't stand you. Eat fucking lead.
who goes home to these Republicans? Who the fuck do these Republicans come home to?
Well, Nancy Mace ain't going home to nobody.
Well-
She's too busy accusing men of sexual assault and getting sued by them.
Listen,
Whatever
there's-
escort they
there's
paid
not-
for,
there's
that's
there's
who.
not enough bullets and gunpowder in the United States for me to ever think about going on even friends with benefits date with Nancy Mace.
So
Like, if
look,
it was just me and her left on this planet, I'd
So look.
Kang in Kung Fu, bitch. I'm not
the only
not gonna
people,
sleep with me and try to repopulate the world. You,
the only ones
No.
that bring it home are
I'll just cut it off.
are male escorts. That's the only one that bring it home.
I'll just cut it off. I'll just let me just toss it, cauterize the wound. Cut the nuts. I don't really need them. They're just hanging around like they're hanging around like
It's time to reset this dumpster fire.
I'll just cut them off and you know what I mean? Cut them off and they're just hanging around like a farewell tour from an old band anyway. It just Nancy Mace
That
and
is-
me, and we the only two left. Fuck out of here, bitch. Go ahead and reset the show, Mr. Gambit.
This is the Villain's View on GCPR.live. I am joined by Thomas the Villain Biscuit. What happened to my tongue right there? Trans
you call me
Gretchen and
Tom-
the
did you
Angry
call me
IT
Thomas?
Nerd.
Hold on, did you just call me
We
Thomas
are-
the Villain Biscuit?
Bish.
Hey, he could have called you Tom the Villain Biscuit.
Hey man, don't let that
Sorry.
hey, do not
Thomas
let that
the
start.
villain, week old dry Popeyes.
Don't-
Keep
do
making
that.
fun of it.
Don't do that.
I'll do the whole fucking show like this.
Don't do that. Do not let that start becoming a thing. Thomas the Villain Biscuit. Fuck out of here with that shit.
Hey.
Don't do that. Don't
Still-
I work really
still-
hard on this name.
Still,
Fuck
bruh.
y'all.
Bruh. Be glad it wasn't Tom the Villain Biscuit.
Swear I'm gonna get this soundboard to work. It's you. Listen, I'm gonna bring some sound to this shit. I'm gonna bring some sound to this shit. Fuck y'all. We gotta hear with this shit. Look at this. Same thing, fam. Same thing.
Same thing, fam. Same thing.
Good night,
Same
Jay Thomas.
thing,
I'll see
fam.
you in the morning.
Hi, Jay.
Just
Take care, Jay Thomas.
Elon Musk is a deadbeat with $500 billion in the bank. Do you understand how fucked up you have to be the world's richest man and a deadbeat at the same time?
It's a fine line.
It's the lack of empathy.
It's a
I-
fine
I-
line.
I-
Will
It's a
never
fine line
not
built
be
on a lack of
funny.
empathy.
Like
I would just like
a
to say,
clinical lack of empathy.
Mhm.
I would just like to say, as a trans woman with children, I am not behind on my child support, and I pay it. So fuck
I'm
you,
trying to
Elon.
figure out. Listen,
I'm poor as fuck, and I pay
I
my
suffered
child
with
support.
mine. Fuck y'all.
Yeah, I pay
Listen,
mine, so
I
y'all can
paid
kiss
my
ass.
shit is paid off, and I am in the process of making sure.
Michael Pruitt in our chat says, Thomas, there's a race for worst father. Mike Johnson, Elon Trump. But
RFK.
Listen,
RFK.
I don't know. Herschel Walker didn't make that list.
Herschel Walker.
Uh,
Herschel Walker's on another stratosphere.
Her,
Okay, there's
Look here, man.
tiers to this.
He's definitely he's
Her-
on another fucking planet.
There are
Herschel
there-
Walker is just
Listen, there are tiers to this shit. Okay, tier 1 is just deadbeats. Dr. Umar Johnson is a deadbeat. Okay, he's just a regular schmegler ass deadbeat. All right, you're not gonna get anything out of him. Regular schmegler. Okay.
mhm.
Tier 2, that's when you start getting into the meat of things. Herschel Walker driving women to abortion clinics and then giving them a get well soon card. Like y'all know I'm not making
being
that up.
against
Right?
abortion.
Y'all know I'm not
against
making.
abortion.
I swear to you, I'm not making that
Against
up.
You know what
woman's right
though?
to choose.
You know what
Mm.
though? RFK could use a little auto tune.
Good
He could.
Lord.
He could.
No, we don't.
No, honestly,
No.
normally, Thomas,
No, that
I
just-
would
that
think that
man
you're
just
lying.
needs a voice
I
box.
honestly would think
Well,
that
I
you're
mean,
lying,
I
but
know. I mean,
That ain't
I understand.
yes.
Auto tune is supposed to make you sound better, but it doesn't work that way for everybody.
Mm-mm.
Pro tip of the day. Pro tip of the day.
Listen, RFK Jr. with auto tune. Just take me to the ocean and just put one right behind the ear. Just make sure I don't feel it. Because if I got to listen to him sound like Lil Wayne, fuck you, no.
Yeah, that's the only way I'm going to take that man seriously.
if
he
it sounds
has
like Little
auto-tune,
Wayne,
Yeah, if he has the voice box and has to do it in
11 man.
Listen, but tier 2.
I'm just saying, some days you think that sounds like a great idea. Maybe you should sit down and think a little bit more before you.
Yeah, like he's a
Sit
heroin
your
addict.
ass down.
This is what our
Go
country
down
has
and
come
think
to.
about that for just a minute.
This is where our country has come to. The only thing we have to fear is fear itself. And we have now lived long
turns
enough.
out
We
there
have
is
now
plenty
lived.
more to fear.
Listen, we have now gone.
Just
from
a little
the
bit.
only thing we have to fear is fear itself. And we now have lived long enough to see the country listen as the person in charge of the health of the entire nation said in front of a camera and a microphone where people can see and hear him, I was at the bottom of my class. I took heroin. I went to the top of my class. You
Do what now?
if any one of the three of y'all told me
Do what
that y'all got
Do what
a
now?
degree after doing crack cocaine, I would look at you sideways. I go, wait. You got a
Yeah.
degree from
Can
what
you say
college?
that
He
again?
said,
So you said do what now?
this man literally said, I was at the bottom of my class. I took heroin and went to the top of my. Nothing in life works that way. No downer drug makes you go to the top of your class unless you gave it to everybody in enough doses to kill them. If your whole entire graduating college class, all of a sudden, all of y'all did heroin and 99 out of 100 of them died, and you're number 100, he said that out loud. He said that out
Really?
loud. He said that out. This is what We have a leader?
I'm not saying that's not true.
we have a leader that swears that he's going to turn the entire country of Canada into a state. His beat meat posse guy believes in something called the woke mind virus, and his fucking head of HHS upset. I was at the bottom of my college class. I shot up heroin and went to the top of this motherfucker. How did we get here?
He
Did
shoot up
anybody-
heroin with his. He shoot up heroin with his professor.
He fucking had to.
I mean, that's the only way I can see it.
Di-
You know.
There's no. There's
Even still, there's a couple of pieces missing.
oh my god. The fuck? Our
Because
president.
I mean, I've never done heroin.
Neither
but-
have I.
I've seen people on heroin.
Listen.
It does not make you scholarly
He acted like
by
he
any stretch of the word.
He acted like heroin was that limitless pill. He just shot some heroin,
Right?
and he could just see everything.
Now,
And he shoots up as soon as he shoots up, he's at 100% of his
I
mind.
I did fairly well whenever I was in school. I was high for most of it, yeah, but I did fairly well. Actually, I did really well in some subjects.
But you were high on weed.
History being one of them.
Yes, because being high on weed, you can think more.
I slept through my history class and made beats.
But you didn't do horse. You
I
didn't-
read
you
fantasy
did not
novels when
ride the
D&D
white pony.
I
The
read
fuck?
fantasy
My
novels when
teacher
D&D was
my
still
teacher
owned
did
by
not know
TSR.
what to do with me. He both loved and hated.
Just in case anybody is listening, if America was to turn Canada into the 51st state, you would not hear from the Republican Party until they started smelling.
So what you're saying is that the only.
If
So what you said
They're
that
gonna
they be
have
seen publicly, the next one to see would be an old man fishing.
yeah, if you turn Canada into the 51st state, here's the big problem. That is one blue ass state.
That is the bluest.
They would get 2 more senators. They would get over 50 House representatives, and Republicans would never win another election.
The Republicans, the
Never.
Republicans wouldn't even win by asking who wants bagels at the office. Everybody's gonna yell donut.
I mean,
Oh,
Trump
you
just
want-
spouts.
Oh, you want
Trump just-
Greenland too? Oh, fun.
Oh my
Trump
god!
just spouts bad ideas, like people who are sitting around thinking, like,
Um,
you know what would be a good idea? Auto tune.
Guess what? 2 more Senate
Right?
positions,
Listen,
and maybe 3 House seats.
do y'all
Not a
understand
whole
how
lot, but still.
fucked up that would be when the state of Canada all votes the same fucking did you want to put up the Republicans wouldn't win as dog catcher. We'd never again, you would not hear from that party again until they started smelling in the bottom of the house. That party is done. Good. Hey, Miss Mackey, how you doing? How's Mr. Mackey
Hi,
doing?
Miss
Tell him I
Mackey.
said hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
Do you understand? Be careful what you wish for. You will never have another Republican president. Every time the Republicans come up, it's like, you know, the electoral college would look a little bit differently. The Democrat would have the White House before the Midwest fucking votes got even counted. The fuck?
Yeah, I know.
We can
It's
now-
like,
we
it's
can-
like,
because-
please.
because
We
between
can now
Canada-
go. We
Between
can now-
Canada, New York, and California, done so.
It's like,
Listen,
please,
You good?
please make good
You
on that
good.
threat, and please make make Canada the 51st state.
You understand?
That way, we
Go
can
right
ensure that
ahead.
we can ensure that you go directly to jail. You do not pass go. You do not collect $200, and you do not use auto tune.
You
Never.
understand?
And
You
guess
never use it.
how diverse their culture.
They would call Canada at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. With all the polling done in Canada, with its 215 electoral votes is going for the Democrat. The fucking polls just called. Listen, we would have we'd have a blue president before 7:20 in the evening. Every polls close at 7 p.m. On the and we can call it the president of the United States is the fucking.
Mrs. Mackey's over here in the YouTube chat, just throwing 3-pointers from half court.
I know, ain't she? She
Right.
killing me, man. Listen,
And you know what? Because
it would
they
never happen.
They would put something in there where if they became our 51st state, that they still get to keep their law where their the election is a whole day thing, and they can.
Oh my
It's a national
God.
holiday.
Oh my God, yeah.
Oh my
that-
God.
So that they can.
The state of Canada, all of the state of Canada is off on election day. They would be calling that election at noon.
Right?
Polls aren't open yet, but we have new information in that.
Yeah,
that-
our polls
so-
haven't even opened, but they're all good. They're like, no,
Said, no,
we
we're
got it
good.
all together, eh?
Dog.
Said, no, we're good, eh?
We would have a Democrat.
Got that
The
shit took care
Democrats,
of.
listen, the Democrats would be able to run, they could run Marx. They could run Karl Marx and he would fucking win. The Republicans could dig up Ronald Reagan and merge it with motherfucking Eisenhower. Bitch, you still don't work.
Oh, God.
The 51st
That's
state would
okay.
have
That's okay.
250
We'll
just by size. Just by size,
dig
it would
up-
have.
we'll dig up Malcolm and Martin and run them.
Listen, the Democrats,
We're gonna
the
go for
Democrats
broke.
could run. They could run Martin Luther King's shoes, Martin Luther King's shoes, and Malcolm X's socks. 2020, whatever the fuck. And they wouldn't even show up they show up at a debate stage. You just see them sitting there, pair of socks with a pair of shoes. Do you understand what the fuck?
So, and it only have to be like the newest pairs that they want. No, it'd be like old one with a hole in it.
the one
Like
Martin
shoe,
Luther King marched
like
across
shoe.
the bridge with.
Like the sole of the shoes, like ripping off.
Could you imagine? We done turned Canada into 51st state, and you will never win another election because just by its sheer size, it would get 245 electoral votes. Nobody would ever campaign in America. Why? Just
to answer
campaign in
Mr.
Canada.
Marco to answer Mr. Marco's question in the YouTube chat, that would be empathy according to the general Christian consensus.
Yeah.
And according to Elon now,
Hey.
And
Yes.
Elon,
According to
we started
Elon,
the
yes.
show off by me making this joke. I'm
because
gonna remake it for
been
the
on
second
about
hour.
the woke mind virus for years.
For yeah,
Mm.
Now-
for a
but
hot
now
minute.
he came out and said specifically.
That's what got his
That-
daughter or something.
the
empathy
woke mind
is-
virus got his daughter.
Oh.
What
woke
was the
mind
exact quote,
virus.
Thomas? Empathy is the
Empathy. Gretchen said it was. What did he say? Empathy is the
Or-
downfall of Western civilization.
it's the weakness of Western
Weakness of
civilization.
Western civilization. Actually, giving a
didn't
fuck.
want to misquote, so
Okay.
get the exact quote.
Hey, Trump, go ahead and make Canada and Greenland the 51st and 52nd states.
Look, they
And you will
act like
bury
we're
your
over here.
party in the desert like Joe Pesci in Casino, bitch.
They act like we're over here with the woke mind virus, like a jar of chloroform. Like, come here, girl.
You're getting woke now.
There's a woke.
like you could
It's woke
cough on
mind virus.
somebody and they all of a sudden go, "Oh my God, I give a fuck about people. I must
I
have the
thought-
woke mind virus."
Whenever I
The situation they're going through must be
whenever I-
terrible. Like, I feel bad for them. Oh
whenever
my
I heard
fucking
the woke
god!
mind virus, I always heard of it more like SARS infested blankets. But that's just
You say SARS infested blanket.
I do believe I heard the SARS infested blanket. Yes.
That's a
or
first on this show.
whatever.
That's a first on this show.
Whatever generic disease
Listen, that's a first on this show.
we
We have never announced the SARS infested blanket. Like,
Now
what?
that is a part of Villains View canon.
I'm telling y'all, this is why the three of you, the three of y'all have brought something to this show that has never been here. And the whole time we've been doing this show, SARS infested blankets have never been brought
the
up.
way that Trump and them talk, it's like the Chinese came over with them SARS blankets, like we invaded the Native Americans with smallpox. I mean, like they act like it's the same
Exactly.
I
damn thing.
mean, yeah, that, yeah.
We
No,
live in a
y'all
time
are
where
fucking
the
insane. Y'all are insane.
we live in a
right wing.
time
You're all fucking insane.
where the richest man on earth is not only a deadbeat, but he believes in something that you physically cannot even fucking comprehend, the woke mind virus, the fucking booty hole, or hormones in his booty cheeks, and heroin helping your child graduate college.
Look,
And the
he
president
was.
of the fucking United States got behind a Tesla while he was hawking it on the White House lawn.
Can't
I don't
even
wanna
drive,
play
motherfucker,
anymore.
But he's
Say
But he
can't
lost.
drive, but he can sell the fuck out of them.
Listen. Do you understand? We probably do need Canada to just say, all right, we'll be the 51st state. Why not? Even the conservatives in Canada are not rooting with the Republic. It's never going to happen. You're not ever going to caucus.
Yeah,
There's not.
No.
even the conservatives in Canada are like, no.
Yeah.
It's like,
No,
ah,
it's a
nah,
hard
nah.
pass. It's a hard
Listen.
pass.
Hard
no,
pass,
it's a-
homie.
Said we're conservatives, but those
Nobody up here
conservatives are
wants
just.
that shit either.
Well, I mean, look
I-
at what RFK was saying the other day. He was being interviewed about like food additives, and like he was
Right.
like, "We need to target things like riboflavin."
He
you
really
even
said
know what that is?
riboflavin.
Yeah,
So
do you
do-
even know what riboflavin is? RFK?
Said,
He
Do you-
doesn't
do you
know.
even know how to spell it?
Like, put a gun
I
to
know
his
how to
head,
spell
give
it,
him
but
3
I mean,
seconds,
like-
and ask him to spell riboflavin.
Or-
This is a man that found.
It's
a
also
dead-
known by it's known by its more common name as vitamin B2. He was talking about that one. I don't remember what the name of it. Cast something or whatever. It's a seaweed derivative that China has been using since 800 BC to thicken food. That's
Oh.
all it is. It's seaweed.
Why not?
I mean,
And then even
We
though he
don't
did
know
target, even though he did target monosodium glutamate or MSG, all the studies in the last couple decades on MSG have been inconclusive over its damaging effects.
But this is a man that shot heroin and shot up the charts in his college class. Who
And
are
says
you
vaccines
talking
cause
to,
autism,
sir?
and
Yeah.
also is he's a goddamn living, breathing krill. He's got a symbiont in his brain.
He's got a symbiote in his brain. He takes HGH because there's no way a 70-year-old man looks like that without being on that juice. That motherfucker's on some fire and hemorrhoids. Fuck y'all. Y'all can kiss my ass.
he owns
Y'all
something.
sit up and tell me that RFK Jr. has a natural body. I will give you a date, time, and place for you to come and blow me. Get the fuck out of here. There's nothing natural about that motherfucker. Do y'all remember him walking around with no shirt and no shoes in a plane?
No, I do not. If I
Sir,
saw
I
something
tried
like
to
that, I'd be
forget it.
traumatized for life.
Sir.
Well, I'd be
We
more
have
traumatized than I
401ks
am. I mean, I'm
here.
just saying.
He was walking around a plane with no shoes on, with no fucking shirt. Out here looking like, come on, man.
Who the fuck is he? Ric
Come on.
Flair?
He looked like Arnold.
Out
He
here
looked like
looking like
pumping
Nick
iron
Nolte.
Arnold Schwarzenegger's shadow. But he thinks vaccines give you autism, but them HGH gave you that body, man. If you don't sit your doofy ass the fuck down, heroin head ass. Like our current president sold meat at the Sharper Image.
You can't let this one go.
No, I will never let it go.
Why would you?
I will never let it go. I am a steak connoisseur.
Well, see,
Ask
here's
my
the
wife.
thing.
Ask my wife.
It's the
There are three
principle.
dishes my wife knows for a fucking fact I will eat without question. Butter chicken, Indian food,
Fair enough.
Okay, all right.
porterhouse steak, a very good porterhouse steak,
Okay, all
and
right.
a chicken salad. Her chicken salad, not anybody else, just her chicken salad. So
All
I am a
right, all
steak
right. That's fair.
connoisseur. I am a fan of charred beef. Okay, this motherfucker sold steaks at a
Please
place
don't
you
tell
can
me you
get.
eat it. Please don't tell me you eat it medium well.
Anyway,
He eats
Hey,
it medium
hey,
well. Oh my god,
hey,
he burns his meat.
hey,
He murders it
hey.
twice.
hey, don't be fucking with my meat, man. Don't do that. Don't.
Oh,
Gretchen, you my
Just
sister,
saying,
and I love
like-
you, but don't do that.
Oh,
do that.
don't-
Why not just why
Don't do
not,
that.
don't tell me you
why
get
not
do
just
that.
lick a grill?
you get them
Don't
well
do that.
done.
It's a charcoal.
Oh, please don't
What's
tell me you
the
get it well
difference?
done.
It is medium well. Medium well. Goddamn it.
Oh,
Anyway,
God. Burnt.
Bruh,
Like-
Donald
bruh.
sold meat at
Bruh.
a place you can get a foot massage. Are there even any sharper image shops left?
Yeah, but I mean,
Gotcha.
if you're burning it to a crisp, at least you're disinfecting it in the
He
process.
burns his shit. Listen, while you
I
making fun
mean-
of me, while you over here making fun of me, that's all he eats is medium well steak. I mean, well done steaks, and he eats them with ketchup.
Why do you want to be associated with that?
I don't want to be
Right?
medium well. Goddamn it, medium well. Fuck you.
That's close enough. I
Medium.
mean,
Listen,
Look at
Medium
man.
is top tier. You don't go beyond medium.
so listen,
you
man. I mean,
understand? Watch your
it's
goddamn mind. Medium, the steak still has opinions. The fuck I look like eating a steak is gonna tell me where to cut it.
No.
Hey man, cut over here because
No,
you
it
know my booty
doesn't.
cheek hurting.
Y'all got medium wrong. Medium is
The-
still warm in the center, and
Fuck that. I've seen some mediums.
That's me.
no,
It's just
you've
basically
seen
a steak
people who
come out, but
tried
you
to
put way
cook
more of that
medium
sauce
and
on
didn't
it.
do it right. You've seen people who tried to cook medium and didn't do it right. There's only one medium. There's not levels of medium.
There was levels of medium to this shit.
There's
That
mid
shit
rare.
was pink.
I mean, there's
But that's a
medium
totally
rare and there's
different level.
medium and there's medium plus for
Listen.
real steak connoisseurs who know what medium plus is.
Listen, you ever see a motherfucker just tell somebody bring my steak after you to lit it up with a Bic lighter on both sides 4 times?
Where'd
Bring
you
it
find
out.
that
Yeah,
steak
that-
in the South
yeah.
Carolina wildfires?
Like,
Yeah,
no,
I'll eat it.
no.
I've literally had a guy tell me that all he wants is grill marks.
See, I don't trust them motherfuckers.
Yeah,
Dude-
okay, but
Dudes
that,
that eat
that
shit like that. Dudes that
look,
eat
just
steak like
grill
that,
marks with just grill marks, it's still mooing.
Yeah.
yeah.
with grill
Yeah,
with
yeah.
just grill marks. What you are basically doing is showing me that you are Count Orlok from Nosferatu. You
And the worst part was
been
would
watching-
eat it off the
that was
cow
when
if
it-
the motherfucker.
That was
He's
whenever
been
I
reading.
worked-
He's been reading Black Prince's.
That was whenever I worked at like an
posts over on
overnight
Facebook.
diner, and I was the only one that he trusted not to fuck up his steak.
Mhm.
So he would only come in whenever I was working, and I was the only one that he trusted to make his.
I'm just telling y'all, white people brought that steak tartare shit. That's raw steak. I don't give a fuck. That's raw
I'm
beef.
just saying, we go out together one night and have a steak dinner. I'm gonna be done eating before you get yours.
I don't give a fuck.
Hey, okay, man. I'm gonna put it to you like this.
Then you better be.
All right.
Then you better be one entertaining goddamn conversation. Then.
I'm gonna put it to you like this.
We
Before,
have a show together, Thomas.
Right.
Is pretty entertaining.
I'm just
right.
saying. The
well,
fuck?
I was gonna say is this, man. All right, before I got this, I used to be quite the steak connoisseur myself. I tried medium well once. I'm surprised I did. I'm surprised I'm still not chewing today.
Hey, obviously y'all got bad teeth. I'll fuck
No,
up a
no,
medium
no.
well
Medium
steak.
well steak isn't steak. It's beef jerky.
As opposed to steak tartare, which is steak that still is like, wait a minute, you left my kids out there? If
Look,
a steak
I'm
comes
just-
to the plate and it still has an opinion on where its children are at, send that shit back to the kitchen.
I'm just saying, if you like
That some
steak
bitch is still
medium
there.
well, if you eat steak medium well, you cannot, and I will not accept you considering yourself a connoisseur of steak.
I am a
You might-
connoisseur
you-
of steak.
You might as well just drink Jack Daniels because you're just a connoisseur of charcoal.
Out of here with that. As opposed
I mean,
to medium
bruh.
shit.
it.
Listen, if
I will
cut
say
into
that
my
I'm
steak-
gonna tell you like this. I'm gonna say it like this.
But I like Jack Daniels. No, you like liquid charcoal.
I'm gonna put it like this. You have a medium well. You might as well just be eating a hockey puck.
I don't give a fuck.
Frozen puck,
Because,
like after
listen,
the game.
Because the other end of that shit is I cut
I
it
mean-
and it goes, oh, you cut me in the jujudum. I don't listen. I don't want no
No.
food that's still talking to me.
But you
I
know,
don't wanna
see,
fuck out of
that's
that
that's
shit.
why I say you're not a connoisseur because you don't know the difference between medium well, medium rare, or medium.
I have seen medium.
it's not
I've
burnt,
seen medium
if
rare.
it's not burnt, it's still alive. It can give
Listen.
birth any moment.
I have seen medium. I have seen medium. I've seen medium rare.
No.
I've seen rare, and
Uh,
I'm
I
sitting
feel
there
like we're
going,
straight off the highway.
Listen,
Mm-mm.
listen.
I
that
don't even
rare-
want to try this guy. I don't even want to try this guy's turkey at Thanksgiving.
Listen, that
You know, that shit's
medium,
dry as leather.
Should be just
rare,
dry.
medium rare shit. Mm-mm.
Shit just dry.
That cow,
Just
that
dry
cow
ass
is
turkey.
mad at me.
Whiter than margarine.
Listen, I'm cutting this goddamn
I
cow
asked
at
for a turkey
medium
sandwich.
rare.
I didn't ask for sandpaper on bread.
Listen, you eating a medium rare steak and the steak's in there talking about,
I'm gonna remember
So,
this for
you-
Christmas, bitch.
like,
Be making-
I don't
send
eat
this shit
medium
back to
rare.
the kitchen.
Be making
Don't eat
turkey
medium
jerky
rare,
every
eat medium.
Thanksgiving.
Medium.
You cook
Don't eat
meat.
medium rare.
You cook meat.
Yeah. My
I
personal
know
preference,
how to-
medium
I know how to
rare.
Some
cook
people
food.
think medium
I know how to
means-
cook food without burning it.
Okay, I'm just saying. Some people think medium is so you
It's
want
not
it
an
to come
opinion.
with
It's
its
not an
own
opinion.
problems.
Either this is medium or you're wrong.
Listen,
It's not an
It's-
opinion.
steak
Just like
comes to the
red
goddamn
is
table.
red.
The
But
steak-
I think
the-
it's green. No, it's red. It's
Listen,
not an
the
opinion.
steak
It's-
comes to the table, and it's in there talking about you can't eat me, dog. I got child
I
support.
will.
Like
I
I'm
will
not.
Defend, I will defend
this
my
shit.
eggs the same way.
Oh, I like my eggs scrambled. Fuck y'all. But I also served time in the goddamn military, so there's that. We
Scrambled eggs
didn't
are
get
fine,
a
but
whole
I
lot of
like.
time
I
to sit there and
definitely
go,
prefer
I like
omelets.
my eggs
Look, I've had
just a
I've
tad
had-
bit, and then sunny
I've-
side. Fuck you. Our drill sergeant's like, you better get them goddamn scrambled eggs and shut the fuck up and go eat.
Thomas. I've had the MRE omelet before in my life. I can see how that would
Why?
traumatize somebody.
What the fuck was you doing?
It was just it was just to try.
What
It was
is
just
wrong
to
with
try.
you?
Why would you?
I will
eat
try
those?
anything once.
Why
but,
would you
but,
do
but
that
still,
voluntarily?
even my eggs are over easy. They got to be
Oh,
goopy and
Gretchen,
dip my toast in them.
Look
I
at
gotta have an omelet.
there are
What-
men.
I don't
Ah.
like omelets.
There are men from private first class all the way up to command sergeant major that will tell you nobody eats the egg omelet in MRE. When we see that
Me-
bitch, we
me
put
and-
it back down. We
Me and a bunch
Ooh,
of
egg
friends
omelet.
bought
No,
a
I'm
case once for camping, and there was one in there, and we all took a bite. We passed. It was here's a shit sandwich. We all got to take a bite just to try it, and it was nasty. It was nasty. Now the chicken a la king, that shit's pretty good.
I was always
good.
partial to the beef and pork patties
The beef and pork
because they
patties are
cook
fucking good.
because they cooked faster. You just put that
Mhm.
shit in there and just watch it just
yeah.
in there. Cook, bitch.
And,
we don't
and
care.
you know, and every motherfucking MRE comes with a little jar of Tabasco, so you can bury any
Oh
any
my
flavor with
God.
that shit.
Right?
Listen, I don't even like
Anything's
Tabasco. And
good
one
if
time
you
we
put
had no
enough
condiments
Tabasco
I
and I
don't
was
like
eating that
Tabasco
shit.
either.
Listen, I hate Tabasco, but we didn't have no goddamn other condiments. I was burying this motherfucking beef patty in a goddamn.
What they need to do is put Frank's Red Hot in everything. I mean, their goddamn logo is I put that shit on everything.
The army. ain't
And I
talking
mean, that's a fact.
because the
I love
the-
Frank's Red Hot. That's
listen.
like my favorite hot sauce. Mm-mm.
The entire
not hot, but
entire
it's good.
reasoning for an MRE is not for culinary delights. It's to
No,
fucking
it's-
eat so that you don't pass the fuck out.
It's to keep you alive. I know.
Listen,
Mhm.
I'm telling you, that coffee that they have in there, because they have packs of coffee and creamer and shit.
Mhm.
You drink that if you want to. That's all I'm going to tell you. You can drink that shit if you want to. You will be, I'm still up from there's sometimes I'll get up in the middle of the night because I drank some coffee in one of them MREs in like 92. I'm not playing.
I'm
Guess I
just
can
saying
close my eyes now.
there might have been a time in my life when like I might have bought a case of them from the local surplus store, and I was so poor I didn't have any money to buy food, and I'm like, oh well, there it is.
You
There's a
couldn't
case of
pay me
food
to
right
eat
there.
MRE. You could not pay me to eat MRE ever again. You could. There's not.
I didn't
enough
have to
money.
eat them every day though, and
I-
I'd have to
listen,
go like on
I
bivouac
once-
and shit and eat that.
Yes, we once did a 14-day goddamn field exercise, and we was eating MREs in the morning. No, we ate breakfast in the morning, MRE for lunch, maybe a hot dinner, depending. I have never had a lump of shit inside of me bigger. Them 14 days eating the MRE, and then I wasn't shitting in the porta potty because I don't trust them fucking things. Like, I think all field porta potties come with snakes and spiders and shit. I think they come with the porta potty. You go in there and get your balls bit by a goddamn brown recluse. So
porta potty. I'd rather dig a hole
listen, I was
next
piss-
to a tree and shit.
I
in the
was
hole.
pissing in the woods. I was
Exactly.
Trying to, I was
Hey,
pissing
The
all over the
woods
place.
is safer.
Right?
The woods are safer.
The
I'd
woods
rather
are
squat
safer.
next to a tree.
Listen, and then I'd go home and I'd just be in the toilet for like half a day.
Look, I've been to a NASCAR race. I don't go into porta potties anymore.
Mm-mm.
I'll do it.
Mm-mm. I always,
Oh, listen, I
always
went-
wonder.
I went to a
always wondered
concert
about-
that had porta potties, and I went in there once. Never again.
Never again.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
And the
Oh,
only
wait,
reason
oh.
is because I had to pee, and I had to pee real bad.
But I will say this though, me and one of my old friends went and did a tour of a haunted asylum in Michigan a few years back, and you know the everyone in the tour, it was all a bunch of white girls.
Gretchen,
Those were the
why do
those
you
were the
go to
clean-
these things?
They were the cleanest porta potties I'd ever been to. But I mean, you had 30 white girls there just exploring a haunted house. So yeah, we were all wiping and cleaning up after ourselves, washing our hands, using sanitizer. Like it was the nicest place I've ever been. Except for the
I've now
spirits and the
realized
demons
something.
and stuff that were in the building, but that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day.
I have now just realized something. Gretchen is our daredevil. Think about it. I have
Thomas.
stories about comics.
Thomas.
I have tons
Thomas.
of comics.
Thomas.
I do comics. You have tons of stories about
Thomas.
IT things because you do IT. Gambit has tons of stories about weed because he
Wait,
does weed. Every time
Thomas.
Gretchen starts a story, it's always starting. So I was marching up the side of Mount Kilimanjaro. Like, what the
Thomas.
fuck? Where are we going right
Thomas.
now? What?
Thomas.
What?
We are talking about the same woman that will seize a bear. That will go to the bear.
It's a bear up around the corner. You can get a little baby bear. You can just
You
I
That's your
do other
motherf-
things, Thomas.
I'm just
We'll go
saying.
right up to the bear and hug the bear.
Listen, Gambit will come. Gambit will come with an incredible ass story involving marijuana that we will all be going, man, I wish I was high right now. Angry will come
Just
up with a
because
story.
I'm high for most of my stories.
I know.
They
Oh
all-
no,
Listen.
most of my stories from
Angry-
IT are just
Annoying
What lets
things
you
that
know-
happen in IT.
oh no, we'll let you know why I get so pissed off.
Yes. I have stories that involve comics and military shit. Gretchen comes up and just hits us with some crazy shit. Like, so, I was marching up Mount Everest, right? And there was a polar bear, a mountain lion, and a panther. They were all fighting. And I stopped to take a picture. I asked them to pose. We're all sitting there going, Gretchen.
I would have
Yes.
said no,
you
Gretchen.
doing?
No, and here's the thing,
Wow.
Gretchen would have said, I would have refereed, but I didn't have my referee shirt with me.
You know what I'm saying? She always has to up the ante. We all sit there going, Gretchen, ain't nobody trying to march no mountain. Why are you fucking with bears? Leave that polar bear alone. It didn't bother you. What the hell you mean you fed him a Sherpa and y'all had a great conversation? The fuck is wrong with you?
Is that, well, the bear was talking shit, so I had to say something back.
The bear said the polar bear said he couldn't eat a whole Sherpa. I just handed him one, and then I sat there and watched him. We were sitting around talking about. Had you ever seen that episode of Star Trek in the original series? And come on, man, we all have to sit here and go, "Oh, word, Gretchen, real."
So you
Listen,
so
Gretchen
you-
marches up mountains.
so
Gretchen,
we're doing this episode
purpose.
of
I
Star
will
Trek
tell
Day.
you this though. When me and my friend were in this haunted asylum, it was Eloise Asylum actually in Michigan. There was one particular room I walked into. I was there for about 3 seconds, and I was like, "Nope." And I turned right the fuck around and walked out.
Gotcha.
Usually I charge in head first, but there was
Gotcha.
some nasty shit in that room. It wasn't right. Something was wrong.
That's the mentality of 99.9% of black people in America.
Nope.
Oh yeah.
We're the kings and queens of going, nope.
So-
We
so-
talked about
Nope.
this on an episode of Plot Holes like 2 years ago. Black
Yes.
man in the woods, bear in the woods, black man
We
in
are
the woods
not
no
in the
more.
mother-
We're not
fucking
in the
woods.
woods.
Do you know why there would never be a black Batman? Because we ain't fucking with no cave. We don't know what the fuck's in that cave.
Hell no.
Hey, can we be can we be Batman in this warehouse? I got money. I'll just buy the whole warehouse.
So look, I got the,
This will be my base of operations. No, but you're the Batman. You gotta come out of a cave. Fuck you. For what?
why? I got this
Fucking
parking
with you,
garage.
Fucking with me.
This is empty parking garage right here. I just use that.
What I'm saying? What the fuck? Hey, I saw a whole ass riverboat. It's just parked on the dock. I'll buy the whole riverboat. That can be my base of operation.
I just put that bitch on land, and that's all I just need.
But wouldn't that make you? Wouldn't that make you boat man? Anything other than them bats? Ain't going in that goddamn cave. The fuck is wrong with you?
I wouldn't mind
I
a
wanna know
giant
it,
cave.
Silly.
I wouldn't mind a giant cave, but I did just read a story the other. I mean, I heard about it when it happened. That guy, like a few years ago, that died in that tiny cave, that, like you're wiggling through like a snake.
Yes.
And he
Yeah,
ended up
yeah.
going head down and getting stuck and dying. Like, nah. I got limits. All right, I got limits. If I can walk in the cave and look around and the ceiling is like 50 feet above me, cool. But I ain't trying to wiggle through. No, I ain't trying to wiggle through a cave that's called the birth canal.
Mm-mm.
Nope. Look here.
Once
The
again,
moment Wiggle
if I-
was involved, it was a pass.
hey, Marco,
So no, if I walk
that
into
MRE coffee was not to be fucked with. Just
so
listen,
listen, if I walk
that
into a
shit
cave
was
and that shit
Samson
reminds me of
strong.
Skyrim,
Fuck. No.
Nah.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Listen, in 2025, we need our white friends and family members to understand something. No is still an option. So we're planning on going to the highest peak in the world.
nope.
The air up there, you probably won't be able to breathe. So you need to bring oxygen masks. You
Nope.
better look at your black friends. We gonna
Nope.
go? No.
I won't do that.
No.
One because
So it's
it
like-
is dangerous, but also I ain't standing in line for 3 hours behind all the other white people just to get to the top. I also don't have $100,000 to take a trip over to Nepal to climb Mount Everest. But I am going to do Denali
Who was
though.
the only
And-
black man or black woman
and-
ever to scale Everest? Does anybody have that information? Just look it up.
I don't know.
First black
Let's see.
person ever to scale Everest. Whoever he is, he's married to a white woman. I can already tell you, if it's a woman, she got a white husband.
Sibusiso Villain, South
Yeah, he ain't from
African
here.
adventurer,
Yeah, he ain't from
became
here.
the first black person to summit Mount Everest on May 26, 2003.
He ain't from here.
But also consider this. So Edmund
Mhm.
Hillary, Sir Edmund Hillary, is considered to be the first person to summit Everest. He was a British guy, obviously, sir. But few people give credit to his Sherpa, Hunzing Norgay,
Of course
the
they don't.
actual person who
Because the-
carried all his shit up there.
Because the Sherpas are just there for decorations.
And you, I mean,
I'd
you
much
would
rather
you would
find-
consider Sherpas brown people,
Of course.
right?
Absolutely.
So yeah,
Yes.
so he
I
was
would
the
much
first
rather
one.
find that. I would much rather find the mountain that Bruce Wayne had to hike up to get to the goddamn castle where the League of Shadows is. Now, if you told me that shit was real, like if you go get this blue flower, go up this hill, and there's a
And you
fucking
get the
castle
Nanda
filled with
and you get the
nothing but
Nanda
worldwide
Parbat
assassins, I'd go up there.
and you get the
'Cause
Nanda
I know at least I'm
Parbat.
gonna get a chance to sleep and maybe get some food in me. The fuck? There's nothing. You know how they say there's nothing up there but air and opportunity. There's just air at the top of Mount Everest. There's no opportunity. There's an opportunity to die in that bitch. Listen.
Opportunities at the foot
Well,
of that mountain.
I talked about this on one of my episodes of Peak Trans about the first time we tried to summit Tahoma, which is Rainier in Washington, right? In the 1 week that we were there, 3 people died on the north face from exposure. 2 teenagers were blown off the top of the mountain in high winds and were found 2,000 feet below the next day, and they were dead. And also a guide who was also an ordained minister was taking a couple to the summit to marry them, and they fell down a crevasse and he had to rescue them. Had to pull their asses out.
Listen, mountains are trying to tell y'all something. Mountains are trying to tell you, get off me.
You are not worth it.
You get off me. Okay? Some of y'all would scale Mount Doom. Get off me.
I would scale Mount Doom.
Of course.
You would.
Of course.
Of course you would. Of course you would.
Of course.
Gretchen, that was a question that was an answer that we threw a question we already knew.
I gotta throw it in the lava, man. I gotta throw it
You
in
can
the
throw it
lava.
in there if you
Of
want.
course.
Listen,
course.
you better heat some hot water or make a fire in the backyard. Throw that motherfucker in there. Same thing, fam.
Same thing. Same thing.
fam. The fuck? Ain't go you out your motherfucking. Come on.
Funny thing, Mr. Marco, you bring up a Yeti eating spaghetti. There was a video game on the Texas Instruments 99 4A years ago called Alpiner, where you climb these mountains. There were 8 levels, 8 different mountains. And when you got to the top of Mount Everest, which was the last mountain, you had to get past a Yeti on skis wearing a beanie with a propeller on top. That's a real thing. I'm not lying to you.
Wait a minute.
That's a real thing.
Wait a minute. Seriously? That's a real video game?
Alpiner. Mhm.
A Yeti. A Yeti with a
beanie
with a propeller
with a
on it.
propeller on it. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey man,
Yeah.
if that shit is really on the top of Mount Everest, I'm gonna leave him alone. He worked hard to get that beanie. Whatever the fuck he did to get that
That's
beanie,
your
man.
takeaway.
Yes. Would you?
So not
How
not,
would you?
not,
Hey,
not the fact
you
that it's
wear-
a
you
Yeti,
wear-
but
you
it,
wear headscarves every week. How would you like it if somebody showed up at your house, knocked on your door, and wanted to fight you because of your headgear?
so not the simple fact
Be
that
mad
it's
at
a
the
Yeti,
motherfucker. It's a Yeti.
but not the fact that it's a Yeti.
It's a
But
Yeti.
how the Yeti get the beanie?
Hey man,
How did he get the skis?
I don't ask no questions.
How do you even learn how to ski?
I don't ask
How did he
no
learn how
fucking
to
questions.
ski? Right.
I
That's
don't
what I'm
ask.
saying. Like
Listen,
there are
he's sitting on the
multiple
top of
layers
There's
a-
so many
He
questions.
is sitting on
That
top of
was
the
your
highest
takeaway.
peak.
Was
Yes.
Where'd he get the
focus on
beanie from?
Because
Okay.
that's the most
As
He
opposed
is
to-
sitting on the
As opposed to where did he get the skis? How did he learn how to ski? Did he have ski poles?
I don't ask the question because the beanie's gonna be the first thing I see. Fuck them skis. Number one, it's a Yeti. Number two, he's wearing a beanie. I'm gonna leave him alone. Whatever that Yeti had to do to get that beanie, he worked really, really hard for that. I'm gonna let him have it. I'm gonna let him. That's his glory, and whatever he had to do.
not
Now,
not
the
to learn
skis-
how to
The,
ski.
the
Not to learn how to
skis,
I'm
I'm not-
ski
learning how to
part.
ski was simple. It was
Listen,
So
I'm
learning
not
how to
gonna
ski,
be
that's
there long
nothing
enough
compared
ask
to
him a
what I had to
question
do
about
to
them
get this beanie.
I'm not gonna be there long enough to ask him a question about them skis. I'm not. I'm leaving because I see the beanie. It's a fucking Yeti with a propeller spinning in this fucking whip. I'm turning around and going home.
I just
Get to the
found
top
the-
of Everest.
the-
Yep. What'd
I
you
just
see up
found the
there? Now, you been-
description on a. I just found the description on a website called videogamehouse.net. Great little game where you must climb up mountains and avoid all kinds of hazards like falling rocks, bears, skunks, and even yetis on skis.
no mention.
'Cause-
of the beanie.
I'm leaving.
No mention of the beanie, but he was wearing a beanie
But
I'm
again-
leaving.
with a propeller. With a propeller.
I'm leaving.
But again, how does he know how to ski?
Fuck that. I'm not asking him questions.
How? I
get
mean,
to
Is he
top of this
is he
fucking
just straight
thing.
skiing or is he doing like a slalom? I mean, is there
He
that?
can
I mean,
do
does
whatever
it-
the fuck he want?
I mean,
kinda
does he have a
goes across the
trainer?
Screen like this. He doesn't
has
like. He's not.
I mean,
has-
does he have a
has
trainer? I mean,
Listen.
did he just watch from a
he
distance?
has
I mean,
a beanie with a propeller on the top of it. I don't need to ask him anything else. I don't.
If,
Like,
And look-
if
and-
the game was
To the
made
French
today, if the
fries,
game was
you're
made today,
gonna
he'd be wearing a.
have a bad time.
hold it.
If the
And
game was
and
made
once
today,
he
he'd be wearing a skull cap and he'd be on a snowboard.
hold it, and once he gets to the foot of the mountain, how does he get back up?
listen, be wearing a MAGA hat.
Make me so cold.
If that game was made in 2025, that Yeti would have a MAGA hat on.
Probably.
That Yeti would
Maybe.
have a MAGA hat on and a pair of fucking open toe flip flops.
Maybe.
He'd be getting ready to go. He'd be getting ready to go down to a MAGA rally.
Rocks.
Hey, 1 week on the Sound of Coffee, I'm gonna fucking do the breakdown of America, the Crocs. I think Crocs shows that humanity doesn't have very long. It doesn't. It just doesn't. It does not have very long. Because no shoe in the history of time, not even the first Michael Jordan Air Jordans, have had such a cultural impact, and it didn't mean to. Like, do y'all remember when people would wear Crocs just around the house? You bought a pair. You wore them in the house. You did some gardening. You wore them in the house. You went out to a. These motherfuckers
No.
are showing up at people's parties and picnics and shit. I think humanity's done. I think we have reached the zenith. We're never getting to Mars. We're never getting to Uranus. We're never getting anywhere. We made Crocs.
And
Plastic
do you
shoes.
know?
We used
You-
to make jokes about people with plastic shoes.
You know where they first? You know where we first saw Crocs at?
Where? Oh, Idiocracy. Yep. It's all downhill from here.
Yeah,
It's all. It's the first time anybody ever saw Crocs was
was
in
in
Idiocracy.
Idiocracy.
Idiocracy. It's all downhill. I'm going to live long enough. We're going to live long enough to see a movie called Ass be nominated and win several Academy Awards, including Best Cinematography. It's just
And will the whole movie
a
just
pair
be
of
showing
ass. It's
asses?
just gonna be ass. They're going to come up with a fuck. Y'all know how close we are to this? There is a new reality TV game where one person goes through all kinds of physical tortures and shit, and their mate, spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, husband, wife, whatever, can either get them the fuck out of there or press the button for more money. We're so close to Ow My Balls. We are so close. We are so close to the number one show on television being Ow My Balls. And it's just a series of men getting hit in the nuts. And it being the hottest television
I
show.
thought we already
ever.
had that. It was called Jackass.
We did.
But imagine Jackass with cash prizes.
So it'd be Fear Factor.
There you go.
Imagine Jackass and Fear Factor with even more cash prizes. Inevitably, I'm just saying, we are literally, we're ready. This humanity ain't got long, man. Humanity ain't got long. And on that moment, when humanity is finally just bottomed the fuck out, the most average man in America will be the smartest man in America. We are so close to pouring Gatorade on grass.
Some
It's got
people,
vitamins.
some places
Hold on,
probably
and
already
fucking-
are.
And fucking Kim Kardashian talk about it's got electrolyte. It's the fuck.
The sad thing is that will probably be the same exact reason. That's the saddest thing, though. It would be the same exact reason.
Because I
Because
have to say
It
this
kills the
out
thirst.
loud.
It quenches your thirst. So
Yeah.
it hydrates you. So it got hydrates because it has
plants are
electrolytes.
thirsty, right?
Listen, 2 of the 4 people on this show have children. Okay. Dumb people are fucking. I don't know how else to say this. Smart people are not having sex. Smart people are planning and they're saving and they're getting things ready. Dumb people are fucking. Do you understand this show?
Oh, he just called me dumb.
I didn't call you dumb. I'm saying we're smart people and we had children. Okay. We
Mine are also
cannot compete.
adults. So I
Listen,
won the game. They survived to adulthood. Yay, me.
Yeah. We cannot compete with the level of stupid people that are fucking. There's stupid
I was
people
just
having-
smart, never wanted it.
Listen, there are stupid people having sex to the Super Bowl. Oh my God, a touchdown. Let me put a baby in you. They're fucking. Dumb people are
Mhm.
fucking a lot and frequently. Okay? Smart people are going, we're in the dating stage and we're planning, and I still have my IUD. He still uses condoms. We're all great because we're trying to have a great, we want to have a great life. We want this to go further. Dumb people are like, I'm going to put that thing here. You put me in here, baby. Dumb people are fucking. Do you know how many children were produced the
Or-
night
or
Trump
it-
won the election?
Did you say dumb people are fucking or people are fucking dumb?
No,
Both.
Both.
A little bit of
Both.
both.
Dumb fucking people are
Sorry,
fucking.
Sorry, I misheard.
Dumb
Go
fucking
on.
people are fucking. You got guys out here right now. They're like, how come I can't fuck a 12-year-old? Because it's against the law. But did Jesus say it? Did Jesus? Who is the Jesus? You know, he's in the book. What book? That book. The book we should all have.
Bible.
The good book.
Bible.
The
Is
good book.
the good
They're
book.
Fucking dumb people are fucking. They're gonna outnumber us one day.
They already do. What the fuck is you
It's
talking
no
about?
Cordyceps.
How
It's-
you think? How you
Well,
think Donald Trump was able to get elected and reelected?
there's your theme for the week, Thomas.
yes.
Dumb people are fucking, but we're running
Dumb-
out of time. We're in the
Yeah,
last
we are
10
running
minutes,
out of
last 8
time.
minutes.
We got like 8 minutes before we have to be out this show. General Gambit, lead us out of here, please.